Hello. Yes, this is Kashindi Andreas, and I want to greet you in the wonderful name of Christ Jesus, my personal Lord and Savior. I'm recording from Windhoek, from the heart of Windhoek at the moment. It's a Friday morning, and I just drove to one of the locations where they have the biggest houses, some of the most expensive houses in Windhoek. All right. And as I was viewing these houses, because obviously soon I will be buying a few houses in Windhoek as soon as my money is able to buy those houses cash, right? So I just decided when I viewed some of these houses, I just decided to record a very short video, hopefully not too long, but I just want to highlight some of the mistakes that business people make, especially business people who are doing network marketing. All right. I'm a network marketer, and some of these mistakes are the ones that I have made at the beginning of my career in network marketing. And I don't want anybody else in my team or anywhere else to make the same mistakes that I've made. So the first mistake is that people do not take time to learn. What do you want to take time to learn? You need to take time to learn the system that works, that has worked for other people, so you can master that system. That's number one. Number two, you need to learn the products. If your network marketing business involves products, you need to make time. You need to invest as much time as possible in learning the products, how the products work, how to explain them to people, how they help people, how they have helped you as well. Because it's one thing to talk about it theoretically, but it's another thing to take the same products yourself and become the product of your products, so that you are able to explain them better with confidence to people. I mean, today when I tell people I don't get sick, people just look at me like I'm from another planet. But that's because I have taken time to learn about these products, the Neolife products that for the business that I'm doing, and I'm taking them on a daily basis. I don't take them once when I feel like, or when I can afford, when I think I can afford. I take them every single day of my life, and I will do that for as long as I live. Because I've seen that when I've taken, that's the one thing that I've changed. 13 years ago, before I got involved in this business, I used to be sick. I used to have tonsillitis. I used to have sinusitis. I used to have cholesterol problems. I was almost getting high blood pressure. I had a lot of complications. I had gastric issues and so many other things. I used to be forgetful, all these things. And the one thing that I changed was that I just started taking more and more of my Neolife supplements. And guess what? Today, 13 years later, no hospitals, no doctors, no sickness, no clinics. All right. So that's one other thing that you need to do. The third thing you need to do in terms of taking time to learn is that you need to learn the compensation plan of your company. If you are not a Neolife distributor, guess what? There's only one company that has the best compensation plan in the world today, and that's summed up in two things. Number one, Neolife compensation plan pays at every level, even over 100 levels down, without self-destructing. Number two, it has been measured and it has been checked up, and we can confirm that Neolife has the best compensation plan. We pay more money than any other company that is on the planet today. We pay more money to distributors than any other company today in the world. And that is the fact. It's not a sales tip. It's not something I'm saying because I'm selling. It's the truth. All right. So take time to learn those things: the products, the compensation plan, and the business and the business system that has helped other people to work. You see, if this business has one person who has made it work, you can also make it work. For me, that's what I look at it. You know, a lot of people, when I tell them about this business, they say, oh no, that business doesn't work. They join up and they fold their arms, and then they think that the money will just start falling from heaven. There's no manna from heaven, my friends. You need to work. You need to work, and you need to work your butt off for you to be able to what? To get the success that you need to get from this business. All right. So if there's one person who has made it successful, if there's one person, if in any company there's just one person who gets paid every month, like Ashindi gets paid every month from this Neolife business, and I've been getting paid every month for the last 13 years I've been in this business. If there's one person who can do that, you can also do it. The problem is we limit our mind, we limit our thinking, we do this thing where we defeat our own purpose. And then because your mind tells you that it can't be done, you say it can't be done. But if there's one person, if you know Kashindi Andres has done it, then I think you can also do it. I believe that you can. All right. So that's the first thing. Take time to learn. The second thing is associate with a winning upline. Associate with a winning upline. Your upline, the person who brought you in the business, if they are not winning, if they are not a positive thinker, if they are not progressing, if they are not developing, if they are not getting better and better, if they are not making money in the business, find the one who brought them in. And find the one who brought that one in. If the other people, all these levels, go up until you find somebody who is serious with this business that you are doing. Okay? And I tell you what, if you are in my team, I will probably be the last person that you need to talk to. I will be the last person that you need to talk to, because whoever brought you in this business and the person who brought them in and the person who brought them in, if they are not serious, if you come until you come to Kashindi Andreas here, you're not going to go any further than this, because I will be there to help you if you are serious. You see, I make this commitment to every single distributor who joins in my team and tell them to say, my friend, my brother, my sister, you can do this business. I will help you to do it, but I will only help you if you don't ignore my calls, if you don't ignore my text messages, if you are calling me, if you are also texting me back, if you are texting me to say, I need help, I need your help, I need your help. All right? If you can do that, we can work together. But a lot of people join this business and all of a sudden they disappear completely from the scene. They don't text me back. They don't call me back when I call them. They start associating with all the wrong people. Your family members, if they are broke, don't associate with them. I have cut off a lot of family members and a lot of friends, people who used to be my friends. They are no longer my friends today because I had to make a conscious choice to say, do I want to keep this friendship and remain broke for the rest of my life, or I want to change this friendship or cancel it and find people who are going where I'm going, find people who want to do the things that I want to do, find people who can motivate me, people who can help me to do better, to get better in my life. All right? If you have a boyfriend or you have a wife, I don't care what it is. If it's a wife or a boyfriend, find a way to not associate as much with them as you are currently doing. Whether it's your wife or your husband or your boyfriend or your whatever. You see, some of these people, a wife who is not supportive. I mean, if my wife was not supportive to my business, I would probably not have married her. That's how it is. That's how serious I am with my business. All right. So it's important for you to make sure that you make conscious choices and say, I don't want this life. I want this other life. And to get this other life, I need to sacrifice this. I need to sacrifice that. Sacrifice time. Sacrifice some relationships. Cut them off. Cut people off. If somebody is the type of person who discourages you all the time, they tell you, no, it cannot be done. You can't do it. You are too old or you are too young or whatever funny reasons they give you, cut them off. Because that's the only way you can succeed in this business. So associate with winning people. So only find people who have the same attitude, who have the same business mentality to associate with, so you can get somewhere in your life. All right. Number 3, change your mindset. You see, the way we were brought up, we were told even by some of our pastors at church that money is for rich people will go to hell. For example, somebody I remember some people used to say rich people will go to hell. It's not good to get rich. If you get rich, you have more money, more problems. It's not true, my friend. I have lived without money and now I'm living with some money. So because of that, I cannot stress that enough. All right. So so let me just continue. Somebody left their phone in the car and it's actually ringing, so don't worry about it. We just ignore it because I don't have time to switch it off now. Okay, good. Okay, so change your mindset. Those things that you believe that are keeping you down, change them, because if you don't change them, guess what? You are not going to succeed in this business. Network marketing as a business is a very, very, very serious thing. It's a very serious industry. It's a very serious business. And I tell you what, just the same way that you can't let somebody who somebody who has never gone to medical school to operate on you. It's the same thing with this business. If you don't take time to learn, you don't take time to change your mindset, those things that are colonizing you, those things that are making you poor, if you don't change them, if you don't change the way you think, my friend, and I want you to think from negative to positive. That's the only way you can succeed in this business. A lot of people, I've seen people who are more educated than me, who can talk better than me, people who speak better English than me, who have better education, they have better jobs, they have better money or whatever. They have all sorts of better things than me. But the way they think will keep them down. So I don't want anybody in my team or anybody in the network marketing industry to fall prey to some of these things. All right. So that's number 3. Change your mindset. Number 4, take action by taking responsibility for your own life. If you take responsibility for your own life, it means you make some decisions, some tough choices. You need to make tough decisions. And tough decisions, like I said earlier, you can make a tough decision by getting rid of people in your life who are not contributing or who are not helping you to be the person you want to be. You can make decisions to quit your job and focus on this business like I did. You know, you can make a decision to leave that business that you have been doing for years, and the company is not all right, or the products are not good, or whatever. I mean, there are companies that are like that, of course. It's not, I'm not downplaying the fact that there are companies out there that have very, very good products and everything is perfect, it's good, like Neolife business. But I tell you what, if you don't change those things, if you don't take action, if you don't take responsibility, and taking responsibility means you can go to your pastor and you ask for advice. They can advise you on something, but if you don't agree with it, just because it came from a pastor or from your uncle or from your own father or your husband, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's right. So some of the advice you get from people, you need to take them. Others, you need to take something from them and leave the rest of it. Or some of the advice can be very good advice, and it's given with love and compassion, and somebody actually cares for you who gives you that advice. Or some people even advise you not to do something because they are afraid or they care for you too much. But I tell you what, it does not necessarily make their advice correct that you should take them. Be like me. I do that all the time. I go to so many people. I get advice. Sometimes I merit advice from my pastor. I get my pastor to advise me, and I take some of the advice that he gives me. I go to my wife. I ask her for some advice. She advises me. I go to some associates. I go to some family members. I go to this other person and business mentors. They advise me. And then sometimes I take one piece of advice from this one, from another one, and then I marry those advices, those pieces of advice, and I put them together, and then I make my decision. Okay, so it's important for us to do these things, because if you don't, you will have a problem. Okay, you will not make it in this business. Okay, so take responsibility for your own life, because at the end of the day, when you die broke, it's you, it's on you. It's not on your upline, it's not on your team, it's not on anybody else. It's on you, because you made the wrong choices or the wrong decisions, or you did not take responsibility for your life. All right, so if you take responsibility for your life, I tell you what, life is gonna be good. Okay, remember, for things to be easier, for life to be easier, you must make hard choices. Okay, that is very, very important for you to understand. Now, number 5, implement what you learned. It's one thing to attend training. It's one thing to be coached, to be trained by people. But if you do not implement or you don't put in action what you have learned, you are going to remain mediocre. And I don't like mediocrity. You know, I don't like average lifestyle. I like to have a better life. I want to have a better life. I want my children to go to the best schools. I want to drive some of the best cars in the world. I want to have a life of impact where I touch people's lives and I help people to get out of poverty, and to get spiritual enlightenment and all these things that I want to do. So for you to do that, you must make sure that you implement what you have learned. If you don't implement what you have learned, you can die of what I call knowledge constipation. You are constipated, you have too much knowledge that it's constipating you, that it's not coming out to impact other people. All right? So that's very, very important. Number 6, make as many mistakes as possible. Now, people do not want to make mistakes. People are not willing to make mistakes. That's why they tell you, oh, my upline, can you go and talk to my downline for me? But if you go and talk to that person yourself, go and talk to my prospect for me, do this for me. But if you don't do it yourself, you are going to remain average. Okay? I have learned from some of these things. Some of these things that I'm talking about, all these mistakes that I'm saying, are the mistakes that I have made personally, and I have seen a lot of people in my team make, a lot of people around me make. And I tell you what, if you don't do that, you are not going to succeed in this business. Okay, so make as many mistakes as possible, and the only way to make mistakes is by doing those things. The only way to know that something doesn't work is by doing it. Not by judging from far. You do a research, you do a survey, and you say, oh no, my survey shows that if you don't do, I tell you what, a lot of these things is just nonsense. Okay, these survey things that people are doing, if you can go in it and you can see it for yourself, you can test it yourself, taste it yourself, taste it yourself, you'll be able to get a better answer. You'll be able to get a concrete answer for that particular thing that you are doing. Okay, number 7, dream, and dream bigger than you have ever dreamed before. I'm dreaming some big dreams. In fact, one of the biggest dreams that I have is that I am going to be the first ever 6-diamond director for Neolife International in the world. I'm going to be the first ever 6-diamond director. Right now, the whole compensation plan, the top of the top people is the 5-diamond director. And I know that I will do this business with as much courage and as much action and as much all these good things. I'm going to do this business better than anybody else who is alive today or dead. today. And I'm going to be recognized as a 6 diamond director. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know that the Neolife will look at my statistics. They will look at how many people I've impacted, how many directors I've created. And they will think that 5 diamond director is not good enough for Kashindi because he has done more than anybody else alive or dead has done ever in Neolife. And because of that, I will be the first ever 6 diamond director for Neolife International the world over. That, I guarantee you, it's going to happen. That's one of the biggest dreams I have, and that's why I have a new project that I'm going to be working on for my Neolife business, and that project is going to be called Project 600,000. I need to get over 600,000 points, qualifying points for me and my team. Not qualifying points, but group points. I need over 600,000 points. So I'm going to bring in a lot of people in this business. I'm going to build this business like crazy, and I will start making over 600,000 points with over 150 directors in my team, emerald directors for that matter, in my team. So that's my biggest dream at the moment for my business. And I tell you what is gonna happen. Okay, the next thing, don't be afraid to dream. Okay, do not be afraid to dream. You see, some people will say, "Oh, you are a dreamer." Those things, people can be cynical and they can laugh at you and they can mock you and they can say, "Oh no, this guy is a dreamer." I tell you what, I've been a dreamer ever since I joined this business, and today I'm doing much better than a lot of people who are being cynical. Okay, who are looking at me and they call me names and then they'll say, "Oh no, this guy is a dreamer. Oh, he's a businessman. Oh, Mr. Businessman, how are you?" That kind of thing. The other day I met one guy. He's a school teacher like me. We've been school teachers together, but he is stuck at a job right now and I'm not. All right, I left my job because I was able to make more money from this business than my salary was ever was, and now I'm living a life of freedom. All right, and he was saying, "Oh, are you now a millionaire? Oh, yeah, are you now a millionaire?" I was like, "Dude, do you know how close I am?" I didn't even say that. I just laughed it off, because some people are not worth you. They are not worthy of your attention in terms of you trying to get even with them or whatever. It's better to get ahead than to get even. All right. So number 8, talk what you want to be. That's what I just did to say I'm going to be the first ever 6 diamond director. I'm talking it already. I'm confessing that because that's what I want to see. So because of that, you will see that when it comes to pass, people will be like, "Oh, how did that happen?" But I tell you what, this is what we are talking about. So talk what you want to see. Build strong relationships. That's number 9. Build strong relationships in your life, so that the relationships, some of the relationships are for business, others are for just friends and things like that. But build them strong so that you are able to do the best you can do for your business. And the last one, which is number 10, become a real champion at helping people. Help each and every person who is in your team. Help them to succeed. Help as many people out there as possible, so that you are able to get as much out of this life as possible while you are still alive. I tell you what, sometimes people don't think of these things, but I tell you, all these 10 things that I've just explained to you now will help you to build a strong business, and you will succeed in Jesus' name. Okay, all the best of Godspeed. This is Kashindi Andreas, and my number is 081 376 0041. Take care then. All the best. Bye-bye.